So what I have here in my hand is the dream of every entrepreneur and every business developer. It's a deck of business cards, and on every card is the business contact information for somebody who needs to buy your service or product. And this is extremely valuable information for every entrepreneur. It's the dream of every entrepreneur. It is so important that in my former company I have been able to spend as much as 1.5 million euros to have those. And what we do here at CaptainLeads is exactly this, providing companies and professionals with a steady flow of qualified customers, that is qualified leads, we also say qualified leads, of people who need to buy their services and products. And this is very, very important information. So how do we do this? Well, it's a very, very easy way of doing this for free. We create a shared economy model, a B2B community, where members share their purchasing needs with each other. That is, you give your own purchasing needs, if you need to buy software, a product, computers, services, and so on. And on the other hand, when other members of the community need to buy your own service or product, well, they get in touch with you. And the more you play the game of reciprocity, the more you take advantage of this community. If you don't want to play the game of reciprocity, or maybe you can't, fine. You just pay for the qualified leads we send you, a fixed price per business contact, okay? So the idea is good, but we also need a good team to execute the plan. And we are two business partners today. We have been knowing each other for 15 years. I'm Gabriel, engineer. I have studied at École Polytechnique and then Telecom Paris. I have already created a company in lead generation, in web development. That was a specific vertical, which is profitable today and successful. And my business partner comes from the aerospace industry. He has been launching satellites for 5 years before joining CaptainLeads on a full-time basis. And we are the right team to execute this plan and to bring CaptainLeads on a very high orbit, which is the worldwide leader in B2B lead generation. So we believe that this is possible because the shared economy model has already proven his success. We have hugely successful companies such as Airbnb, for example, or BlaBlaCar for consumer services. And our bet, our belief is that those shared economy models that have been used in the last years by consumers might also be used by professionals and by companies because those consumers that use those shared economy models, well, they are working somewhere, right? So if they understand how it's working in their private life, why wouldn't they do exactly the same thing in their work? So we have chosen to create this shared economy model in the business with a precise focus on lead generation. And we believe that all those companies are going to play the game of reciprocity and understand that if they share their own purchasing needs with others, well, others are going to share with them their own purchasing needs when they need to buy their service or product. So this is our belief, and so far, reality has proven us right. Our model is highly viral. We have a very smart way of recruiting new members in the community. We have more than doubled our community in the last 30 days, the last month, compared to the previous one. And we aim at becoming the worldwide leader in B2B lead generation in 5 to 7 years. We have a business plan that foresees 50 million euros in revenue, yearly revenue in 5 years, with an exponential growth during the first 5 years. And we want to expand in the worldwide marketplace next year, starting with next year. For now, we are only in France. Our business model is based on the fact that when we generate, like, say, 1,000 leads, okay, qualified leads, 1/3 of those leads is going to be sold to companies that don't want to play the game of reciprocity. okay? And the other 2/3 it is used to foster the shared economy model and to create virality and exponential growth. So this is the business model. We generate like X leads, and we sell 1/3 of them, and then we give the rest to the community. Why is it different and better than what has ever been done today? Well, first of all, because you can get qualified leads for free. If you play the game of reciprocity, you get leads for free. So this is important. Second point is that I have been working 10 years in the lead generation industry, and whatever you do to generate leads for your business department, your sales department, is way too expensive and not interesting. For example, you can do emailing, but you have 0.1 success rate. You can do web marketing campaigns like Google AdWords or Criteo, and you have 2, 3, or 4% of success rate. You can buy qualified leads from other companies that do exactly this in the market, but you have maximum 10% of success rate. Well, with our community and with our system, with our concept, we can climb up to 30% of qualified leads. That is, on 10 prospects we send you, you're going to sign with 3 of them. This is completely incredible, and no one has ever done this before. I have 2 pieces of advice to give to entrepreneurs at École Polytechnique. The first one is to encourage them to take advantage of all those opportunities that École Polytechnique offers them. There are researchers able to help you. There are friends that might become your business partners. There are specific classes for entrepreneurship. This is extraordinary, outstanding. The second piece of advice is that we have been educated to create a technical product or service, and we know how to do that. But it's not enough to create a product. You also need to sell it in order to make a successful company. Engineers need to be aware that creating a product, a technical product, is something, but selling that product is something completely different. It's a world they do not understand, most of them, or it was my case anyway, and you need to be aware of that. So you have 2 possibilities. The first one is dive into this whole new universe and understand how it works, and understand what you need to do to sell your service or product. It's a little bit complicated, awkward, and a little bit uncomfortable. But the other possibility is just to say, okay, so I don't know how to sell, I know how to create a product, I don't know how to sell, and I need a business partner who needs how to sell it. And try to find a business developer at École, at HEC or other business schools in France or somewhere else. But you really need to understand that you need to sell your product. It's not enough to create it. As last word, I would say that if you want to become an entrepreneur, it's great, go ahead, you're at École Polytechnique, you're in the best place for that.